I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. Let me put this. Drop the volume real quick. All right. Obviously, I'm by myself right now. This is not show number one. This is just because of Redfall. I have thoughts on Redfall. I have a comment. Ray, if you're listening, I sent you a link. If you want to jump in, you can jump in. We could talk for a while. It's not going to take too long. I'm not going to take 2 hour show. This is a maybe 30 minutes or maybe an hour show. You're talking about this whole situation, this crazy bullshit that is happening with Redfall. I just came from work. I'm not even lying. I just came from work. I haven't done anything yet. Gusto pa, random ship. Yeah, but I feel you, bro. I feel what I drink tonight. I feel what all right, no problem. Well, it could be. Okay, so I might be by myself tonight. That's fine. I'm starting a podcast. It is what it is. But I want to talk about the situation about Redfall. That is, obviously, a lot of people has been talking about it all day since yesterday. I've seen tweets. We've seen people in spaces. We've seen big podcasts, small podcasts, and I, obviously, by myself. Okay, we got somebody in here. Dirt wears a what the hell is this? Dirt wears a black Air Force Ones. Hey, what's up, Ray?
Hold on, let me figure this out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a bit low, but I can hear you.
I can hear you. Hold on.
So what's going on, man?
1 second.
What's up, Tool Man? Long live the Black Mamba. I'm about to invite all of you motherfuckers, to be honest. Like, let's just talk about this. Because this is crazy what this Redfall situation has come in. You know, I'm going to put the
I'm going
link.
to jump in and jump out.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to put the link on the chat. Fuck it. If you want to join, you got a mic, you want to talk a little bit, let's do it. Fuck it. There's the link in the chat. Anybody? So, like I said, everybody has been talking about this for a while. I obviously just did like 2 tweets. The first tweet I said is a delay. And the second one was basically this is unacceptable. I'm still in that camp of we're supposed to be in a new next gen. We're supposed to be having 60 frames per second as a common thing. And we're going back to 30 again. Let me see if I can put Ray up here. There you go. I can hear you better.
Now I can hear you.
There you go. So, hey, FarQ, I put the link in. If you want to join in, FarQ, you can do it too. I put the link right there. So Ray, obviously you see Twitter. Obviously you've been hearing other podcasts and things like that. You called today on TTS.
Yes, I did.
Which I like what you said. My question is, was it this whole situation, is it overblown? Or it's just us overreacting for some dumb bullshit?
Some reason, I have no clue why. It's like Xbox guys have like battered women syndrome or something. If they get poked a little bit, they just fly off the handles and they just overreact to everything. Like we was talking on Twitter, I have 2 OLEDs and I got a G3 coming. So that'd be 3 OLEDs, all 120 frames. I want it to be 62. I want Starfield to be 60.
Mm-hmm.
But they said it was coming. The way games been coming out for probably the last 10 years, good or bad, they add stuff over time, DLC and everything. The simple thing is, if you don't want to play it, you want to play with 60, wait until they add it and let the people who want to play it with 30 let them play it. Now, if they would have said the game is not polished, it's gonna be missing like super features or something like that, or game modes. Okay, then delay it. It's not finished. But you telling me a technical issue with 60 frames per second, which a lot of people can't even see, and most of these dudes, let's be real, they running Magnavox TVs or something,
Yeah.
or TCS. They're not doing it anyway. So, and then people every single time lately, probably the last 2-3 times something happened, people been using that whole Xbox accountable thing. That's that pony
Narrative
neutral
bullshit.
talking phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they gotta disguise it. But if you notice, every single time they start that, now they saying Halo. They bring Halo into the equation. That's how they shit on Halo. They want to bring Halo. Halo have nothing to do with this, but they want to say, "Oh, we're gonna look like a Halo situation." If people don't know, Halo when it came out, it was perfect. It was okay. It was great.
Yes, it was.
The problem with Halo was back end DLC content because it was supposed to be a service game. So, why are people even bringing up Halo in this situation? Halo was 60. So, my issue with everybody is they being real drama queens and they do it all the time. We should be used to this.
Yeah, we should be used to it. Now, here's my thing. I feel like Redfall itself hasn't been promoted in the best way by its own mistakes. Like when we saw Redfall for the first time, everybody thought it was going to be a Left 4 Dead thing. Even I thought it was going to be a Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood type of video game. They had to come out and explain, no, it's not that. It's more Far Cry, open world. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then the whole it has to be online all the time. That blew up. That shit blew up. A whole people complaining. Now you got this, and it's like they're not catching a break, and that bothers me because this is Arcane we're talking about. Arcane, as far as I understand, has never put out a bad video game.
Nope.
They may not have sold a whole bunch of copies, but Arcane is a quality studio.
Yep.
But I do understand the part because I'm disappointed because the whole 60 thing, this is my thing. 60 should be mandated for everybody. Like,
okay,
it's a first-person shooter. You should have 60. But it's not doom and gloom. As far as I understand, the game is not broken. If I understand, the game is complete. As far as I understand, the game is fine. It's just they're taking a little bit of time with a 60 frame, which is disappointing. However, everybody blaming everything else because this is not 60. Right away, they attacked Starfield. They attacked every single game. Now I'm seeing a new narrative that Xbox can't do 60 frames per second, which is crazy.
Isn't this the only 30? This is the only 30 game, I think, right?
I think this is the only 30 frames per second game that we're gonna have. And I'm not counting third party because I know Plague's Tale was 30 frames per second, but that's third party. I'm not counting on that. That's not that. I'm talking about first party. This is the first 30 frames per second game. And this shit has gone crazy. The amount of craziness, and even Xbox fans starting to kind of flip-flop a little bit.
Mm.
And I'm concerned a little bit. I don't care if the game is actually 30 because eventually I'm going to play it. I don't care. You're going to play it too. Anybody who is actually talking shit, like I'm not going to play it, shut the fuck up. You're going to play it. All of us are going to play it. We all have Game Pass. However, what bothers me is the image once again damaged on Xbox. Once again, there's a stain on Xbox. That's what's bothering me. Like,
I got a question then.
Go ahead.
Would you rather Xbox just shut the fuck up sometimes and just not say nothing at all?
Yes, I do. Sometimes I do. Sometimes they talk too much, especially
this is one of those things that they being transparent with you, and they could have just said nothing. It probably was a last minute thing. If they probably thought they were going to hit 60, and they found a bug or whatever it is, and They said they're just capping at 30 right now, and we'll work on it. So I feel sometimes they do talk too much. They tell too much because a lot of these things that we just named, that were them telling you. So maybe if they just shut the fuck up, it won't happen to them.
I mean, this Redfall, I feel like has been attacked since the beginning. Look at they have that preview for the whole live streamers, influencers, and things like that. IGN came with the first question, like if this game was made or there was a port on a PS5. Like, why are those questions even made? Like, everything is being scrutinized in this game. Every single little thing, every single Xbox game goes through the same questions. Were they a PlayStation 5 port? What this, and that. Now they're gonna ask every single time about the frame rate. This is gonna be a common thing. Believe me.
I don't think it is.
Nah.
But I think Starfield, that might be 30 because the way Todd Howard them do, he puts out 30 frame per second games. He's made a statement a long time ago about how he prefers 30. Yeah. So I won't be surprised, but they haven't promoted that game as a 60 frame per second game.
Every trailer is at 60. Everything. When you look at every trailer of Redfall is on 60, except Starfield. Starfield's the only one that has always been shown at 30. Now, do you think that Starfield has to have a 60, or is going to be fine at 30?
It's no multiplayer at all.
No multiplayer.
Maybe they'd be better with like an uncapped thing. I don't think they're going to be able to hit 60. Not as big as that world is. I don't think they're going to be able to hit 60 right at launch.
Would you be fine with it?
I would be fine with it because it would just be me with VRR on TV. Long as it's polished. See, that's the thing about Todd Howard and his team. Most of their games are not polished when they came out. We gave this game, I think, 2 years, not even just one. So if it comes out polished, I'm fine with it. If it comes out buggy, it better be 60. But it comes out polished, I'm okay with it. As far as Redfall, it's not no PvP in Redfall, I don't think, right? It's just straight. So it's just co-op, which I think when we talk about 60 with first-person shooters, we usually saying PvP should be 60 because it's online and everything. But that's not an excuse. It should be 60. Now, people have been arguing with me thinking I'm saying it shouldn't be 60. I'm okay with no, it should be 60. I'm disappointed like everybody else. I'm just not doom and gloom and I'm leaving Xbox and all this other crap that people are saying. I mean, it happens. Shit happens. But we're going, and I don't think they can delay Redfall. That's my issue with everybody saying they delay it, because you have so many games coming out that's bunched up, including first party games. Where are you going to put it?
You can't.
December.
When I put the first tweet, I said delay it, but then thinking about it, you got Star Wars right here, like in a few weeks. You can't delay it after that or before that. You got then Diablo, and then you got Zelda coming out, which is a huge game, either we like it or not. What else we got around? We got like 4 or 3
you got
games.
Four are coming out. You have we don't know when fours are coming out. We got Starfield coming out. Sooner or later, COD is going to be first party. So November, October, when COD comes out, there you go again.
So there's no good spot for Redfall, honestly. Honestly, there's no good spot.
No, you delay it another year. So
unless that's not good. Then if you delay another year, then people are going to start saying there's a huge problem with the game.
If you delay it a week, people are going to say it's a huge problem. Yeah. If they would have came out on whatever, was that Wednesday, Tuesday, whenever they said it, if they said, oh, we're going to delay it so we can hit 60 frames per second or polish or whatever they would have said, people will be flipping their shit right now.
They are flipping their shit.
They would be even. It would be even worse. All these people that screaming out delay it, they would be on. They would be literally trying to just burn down Xbox if they would have delayed Starfield. They were like, we haven't got a game since what was the last AAA we had? Halo or whatever.
I do count Hi-Fi Rush. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I'll go ahead. We since February then. So they'll be just saying we haven't had a AAA game since then, and don't tell them when the next one we're gonna get. Even though you're about to get Minecraft, we didn't name it. Minecraft's about to come out in a couple weeks. So
Oh yeah, the reviews came today. It's like around
I
7,
think it's
which is a good game.
Yeah.
7 is a good game.
yeah 70's passing. I don't understand why people don't like 70, but whatever. But is no good place to delay Redfall, and it's content complete right now, and supposedly it's polished. I think Cole and a couple of other streamers went up there and played it, and they loved it. They didn't say anything about frame rate when they went up there.
No,
nobody said anything about frame rate. Not IGN, not nobody. And did they play it at 60? Did they play it at 30? So we don't know, but they wasn't complaining about frame rate when they went up there.
do you think this game is gonna be locked 30 and no stupid shit from Digital Foundry?
Ooh. Is
Because
it going
if
to be
this thing
locked?
drops from 30 frames, Jesus Christ.
I think on the Series X, it's going to be locked 30. I can't tell you on the Series S. It depends on what resolution they have and
It's
what are they trying to
1440p apparently.
It should be locked 30. I'll say it'll be locked 30. I know in the Series X it will be. Oh, somebody snipe him. But yeah, it should be locked 30.
Christopher Hart, you don't even know I have a fucking podcast. How the fuck did you get here?
That is crazy.
I am fucking serious. How the fuck
How did he even know?
I'm here? This guy is a fucking
Hey,
stalker.
He really is.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't even think you announced the show. He found it. I just happened to look at my YouTube.
Just came from work. I'm like, you know what? I haven't talked about it. Look, I still got my fucking wallet and my keys in my pocket. I haven't even moved. I haven't even eaten. And this motherfucker, how the fuck did he know?
Hey, I guess he has like a back signal or something that when he sees an Xbox podcast, he just there. That is, and that's his original account too. That's not even the one that I keep blocking every week. That's the original bad boy right there. Oh man,
what the fuck?
That is crazy.
That is fucking crazy. Don't you have anything else better to do, motherfucker? Like for real.
He has a whole wife
talking shit. You'll be fine over there. I think because we give you too much light, too much spotlight. That's why you come to us. Because in other podcasts, other pony podcasts, nobody even pays attention to you because you're a nobody. But over here, we see you, we want to snipe you. Maybe that's why you're here. You like the fucking attention. But anyway.
Man, that man has a whole wife. Go spend time with your family, bro.
Yeah,
dude. Like you on everybody. I can't even listen to every podcast. How does he even? God damn.
God damn, for real, bro.
Like I think like 80% of my snipes is him. Like literally, it's like 80% of my snipes is him.
I swear
and it's crazy.
I swear to fucking God.
And the funny thing is, we just gave him the attention that he wanted.
I know. That's what it pisses me off. Like I acknowledge the motherfucker. And I'm laughing because it's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
It
like,
is.
I have literally like 20 subscribers, 7 people is watching me, and one of them was Christopher Hart.
Oh, that is crazy. That's damn right stupid.
Yo, but anyway, so going back to Redfall, I just feel that it's a little bit unfair that we are this crazy on social media out of something that's going to be fixed down the line. They never said that the console can't do it. They never said that they're having a bug. They just said we're going to have it down the line. I swear to God, they didn't just have time. That's it.
Would it be better if they would have gave you a date?
Yeah, probably. But the problem is, and if they miss that date,
Mm,
if they miss
yeah,
that
they
date,
did.
so there's
Fool that.
it's a problem of damn if they do, damn if they don't. That's a problem. Right now,
Free.
Xbox and whatever Bethesda's doing, it's a damn if they do, damn if they don't situation. And at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be 100% happy. That's the problem, and that bothers me. For the brand, as an Xbox fan, it bothers me because I know.
So
Look, I've watched that documentary from Psychonauts, and I've
yeah,
watched the Sea of Thieves one. That thing made me realize how fucking hard it is to make video games. Really fucking hard. And
yeah.
looking into their perspective, I understand that shit is hard. Shit is hard to do. And I can understand that they can't make the 60 frames per second right now, but they have a cutoff date because they already got a 1 year delayed. They already had one. Going back to Matt Booty or Pete Hines or Phil Spencer to ask him for another year is not going to look good for them as a team. So they're like, we got to do this. We got to do this. I could bet internally all of them understand. Everybody in Bethesda, everybody inside Xbox, they already know the situation, and I bet they all understand. The problem is us. The problem is us doing conspiracy theories, thinking that everything is just bad. Fire Phil, fire Matt, fire whoever. And I can bet internally they're just fine.
I don't think they're doing a bad job. Like
They're
you can
not.
call me a bot, you can call me a bot, but this generation, we're talking about the Series X, the Series generation. They
Mhm.
haven't put out a bad game yet.
No, not one.
So why are we still holding on to the stigma of the early Xbox One that no, not even the earlier, it was like the mid of the Xbox One era, because the early of the Xbox One era, it was pretty good until shit hit the fan with Don Matrick and all that other stuff and GameStop coming out. But why
Why are we
are
still
we
holding to that era? Well, honestly, because I think we're traumatized at some point. Like
it's
we don't
like
want to. We're so that was so bad that we don't want to go back to that. And every day the ponies, the first thing they remember is that shit.
that's like you just broke up with your ex, you got a new girl. You can't keep harking on what your old girl used to do to traumatize you. You gotta move on.
Yeah,
But
but she
people
see,
move
she keeps
move the fuck
trolling you.
on.
That's the problem.
We could I mean just one of those. I just feel just kind of you got to be like we're over that generation.
Yeah, we're over it.
Basically, Phil already has put he had a plan. He literally told us before Game Pass came out he has a plan. He told us that at an E3, and his plan was one of his plan was to buy studios to get more games, get more exclusives. Right now, with Game Pass, is the best thing going in gaming right now. I just rolled credits on Wulon. I would have bought Wulon because I love Team Ninja. I would have bought Wulon. I didn't even have to buy anything. So they haven't messed up this generation yet. Now, have they put their foot in their mouth? What's the dude name from Arcane who said something about it was a PlayStation version? Him, shut
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck
the
up.
IGN guy. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, but he asked the Arcane guy, and the
Okay,
Arcane guy,
yeah, I
guy
think
was
that was
dumb
like
enough
the
to
lead
answer.
designer or something.
Lee Harvey, his name Lee Harvey.
Yeah,
But
something like that.
he asked the question and his dumb ass answered it. I don't know, like they do not have PR training or something sometimes, but
That's a good question. I wonder why nobody on Xbox when Bethesda's like, if they ask for PlayStation, just dance around the question. Like we have nothing to do with that. We're
no
solely first
comment.
party. And they keep
Just say no.
answering. What?
They should literally say no comment. Like everybody that's media trained, first thing, but like if they don't ask a question, no comment. Next question. But they answer that question every goddamn time. And I think when and I got a question. This is what I thought when they announced that. Do you think it was the Xbox side or was that ZeniMax side that allowed them to say that out of nowhere with the 30 frames per second? That seemed because every single time a good ZeniMax game or Bethesda game come out, Xbox had nothing to do with it. But when some bad news come out, it's all Xbox. It's the Xbox brand. Xbox doing this.
Check this out. a few weeks ago, Starfield is not an Xbox game because it was being built before the purchase. Same thing as Redfall, right?
Mhm.
Now that there's a
Yep.
little bit of trouble, quote unquote trouble, now it's an Xbox game, right? Now it's all us. Now it's because of Phil. First of all, Phil is doing some $1 billion deals right now. He's not even looking
Yeah.
at the studios. I can bet that shit.
Yes.
Like, for real, he's not even thinking about it. He's thinking about bigger things. Like where they're buying ABK, I bet they're already talking about something else. What the new console, whatever. He's in a different universe right now.
Sony better watch out. They're going after a Japanese studio or publishing.
I hope so. To be honest,
They're going after one. They gotta go. That's their next. Phil always said he wants something in Japan. Besides Tango Gameworks, you have
it has to
nothing.
be Sega then. I really think it's gonna be Sega.
What does Sega have though? Virtual Fighter?
Well, Sega has a name brand, which is very powerful. That's one.
But what if you're gonna
They
buy
have
them,
Atlas.
you gotta have
They have
studios.
Atlas. That makes Persona.
Okay.
They do have the Yakuza series.
Okay. This is kind of where I'm going with the Sega thing, because when you buy something, what is the system seller? What is
For Sega?
Sonic is not there no more. So I mean, he's there, but he's not selling like that no more.
No, he's not.
So what is the system? So like when you buy a Sega game, what Sega game is gonna like? Man, I want to buy Xbox, or I want to buy a Sega, or whatever it used to be back in the day.
It'll probably be
What
Persona.
is it a system seller though? Because it's been on one console, and I don't think it's a system seller for real.
It's
I don't
not
think they sell that much.
not true. I don't feel like they're system sellers, but they're
Okay.
heavy hitters. Really heavy.
Okay. Because the PlayStation guy used that as a bragging right for so long. I think I'm kind of jaded on Persona, to be totally honest.
Yeah, I never got into it. I played it like for what, an hour. I'm like, nah, this is not for me. I'm not into JRPG in general. So,
and even Yakuza, it's a good game, but it's still kind of niche because it's real Japanese.
Mhm.
So I just want, because a lot of people say Sega, and I want somebody to tell me, what are we getting with Sega? Like, what is like? This is gonna put the Xbox brand over the top.
I think it's just a brand name. And
Brand
Sega has
name?
been like a kind of an institution in Japan. I think that's it.
I would say more Capcom you would want to buy, because Xbox used to have a very good relationship with Capcom with the Dead Rising thing. Oh, that's Google. Shut up, Google. Yeah. So what? So Capcom has Street Fighter. That's one of the top two fighting games. You can have what's the other
Resident
game they just
Evil.
had come on? Resident Evil. So they have more star power. Monster Hunter that sells the shit out of on Nintendo consoles. They have more star power for me. Then you can bring back Dead Rising and whatever. And I think they have Dragon's Dogma. I think
But I
that's
think
important.
Capcom is doing so well right now that they don't need to be bought.
They should have bought them a while ago when they were struggling.
Right? I remember, I don't remember, it was like 4 years ago when it was before Monster Hunter Rise.
Yes.
Capcom was down bad. Now there was rumors that they were about to be sold. And then Monster Hunter World came out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they recovered. And I'm glad though, because I'm glad the studio didn't disappear. But that was the moment to strike. But I don't think at the time that happened, Microsoft was actually willing to buy studios. And at that point, I don't think they were in that business, though.
Yeah, because Phil just got the job. He was just trying to figure it out.
6 fucked them up. I remember when that game came out, they had every single team on Capcom develop in that game. Because remember, that game had like 3 or 4 campaigns. It had Leon campaign. It had Chris campaign. It had the dumbass Wesker's son campaign. It had an Ada campaign. And then they have a Joiner campaign. Like, that game almost killed Capcom in its entirely. And yes, I blame that game.
You know what else didn't help? Fucking releasing Street Fighter on a single console.
Yes.
Like that's probably your second biggest franchise. It's always been everywhere since the arcade days.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you make that It wasn't a good Street Fighter at that. Why would you come off the high of 4, which 4 had like 6 different versions of it? Why would you make that exclusive?
Okay, who else? Sony. So we blame Sony for that. There's nobody else to blame in that one but Sony. Sony actually money added that game, and Sony is actually dumb because I would have made a deal with Capcom. Like, all right, let's do something. I'll help you build the game, and after 1 year or 2 years, out of my own money, whatever sales come out on 360, whatever, I take a cut. I would have done that, and believe me, I think they would have made more money. But no, the fucking game is still locked into the PS4. And that was not a good idea. And the same thing like Ozzy is saying right now is going to happen to Square Enix. Square Enix is so, I'm sorry, God, I've never seen a company so stupid, locking their own shit for no fucking reason. Fine, you're taking Final Fantasy 7 and 16. What happened to the rest? Why is it locked only to PlayStation and Nintendo? Give me a fucking reason. At least tell us we don't care for Xbox. We don't like you. At least tell us on our faces that we don't want to do business with Xbox. Then I'm going to be like, all right, cool. At least they made a decision. But not saying anything. And then us watching them doing these quarterly earnings, telling everybody that it's not working, that they're not making enough money. Whose fucking fault is that? You had a game that is called The World Ends With You. That was a DS game remade on the PlayStation and on the Switch. I wanted that game on the Xbox because I had that game on the DS. It never came to Xbox. And what happened to that game? It fucking flopped. Flopped like a motherfucker. Why not put it on Xbox or on Game Pass? Where's Final Fantasy 7? Even though I don't care for those games. But anyway. See, that's why I'm doing these test podcasts. I don't know anything about topics or anything like that. But that's why we're talking about Redfall. Now we sponsor Square Enix for no fucking reason. I think Xbox is fine. Nothing needs to be happening. Nobody needs to be fired. A lot of us are overreacting because this is a news that we didn't want to hear. But it's not the worst news we ever heard. Okay, Ray left for a second, maybe coming back. But the guy's listening to me. Yeah, even though the Pixel Remaster Final Fantasy game coming out, not coming to Xbox, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't take much of a port. Look, listen. Those Pixel Remasters, I was actually interested in that. Because my favorite Final Fantasy is in there, which is 6. It's really disappointing that game is in there. And it's in the fucking cell phone. You can play. I think you can play those games on the fucking phone. Why is it not on Xbox? It's a fucking mystery to me. It's a goddamn mystery. And I will never understand that. But again, Xbox is fine. It's a disappointing news. That's it. The game is not delayed a year like fucking Suicide Squad. That game is in trouble.
Yeah.
That's in fucking trouble.
And I don't, be honest with Suicide Squad, I don't have the issue with the service-based battle pass type deal. I just think it was generic. Yes. And I don't expect that from Rocksteady. I think they could have did a looter shooter way better than that. It's almost like it feels like, what was that game that came out on PlayStation at lunch, the PS5 at lunch? When we gave so much shit to it. I think Godfall? Was it Godfall? Something like that?
Godfall? No.
Yeah, it sounded like, I think it was Godfall. Let's go with Godfall.
Yeah.
And we gave it so much shit, and that's what I kind of feel like. How many different suits can Superman have? I'm not Superman or Harley Quinn have, or Captain Boomerang.
In comic books, they can have a whole bunch of them. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is we have PTSD with Avengers and Gotham Knights. Look, I play Gotham Knights. I hate that game. I really hate it because I love the original.
They didn't make it.
And when I play that, it's just a bland video game. It's not a bad video game. It's a bad Arkham video game. Know what I'm saying? Like, when you play Batman, Arkham Asylum, and City, and Night, and you go to Gotham Knights, you're like, what the fuck happened? You have repeated cutscenes. The city is bland. Like, I can't tell you which one is the district side or the whatever side because everything looks the same. The bike, it's whatever. You have to ride the bike because the whole upgrading system is convoluted and unnecessary. The story ain't that great. The combat system, you remove everything great from the Arkham series to do this, whatever it was. An RPG elements that was not necessary. Whole bunch of shit. Personally, I did not like the game. If people liked it, fine. But me, I finished the game and that's it. I'm not playing that shit ever again. But anyway, with Suicide Squad, it's just WB got afraid with the backlash. That's it. They saw the backlash. They saw people online, and they're like, "Oh no, we should."
You know, I think it's a thing because people have revisionist history. When Arkham Knight came out, they gave that game so much shit.
Oh yeah.
And now everybody now think that game is so great, but when Arkham Knight came out, because I think it came out buggy or something like that, and it wasn't running well on PC.
Knight came out buggy as hell on the PC. It did not work. I remember they were even doing refunds and all that shit because it was not fucking working. On the console side, it was buggy too. But once you pass all the bugginess, and a lot of people were complaining about the goddamn Batmobile, I have no troubles with the Batmobile. For real. I actually love those parts. It was fun.
I didn't either.
Fine. You hated it. But I was not.
No,
yes,
I had no problem with it.
Look, I did all the missions with the Batmobile. I have 100% of that game. However, I wasn't in the Batmobile that much, to be honest. I was flying around kicking people's butt. I didn't need to be in the Batmobile once I did everything. So, but again, when you go back and you watch Arkham Knight, and then you see Gotham Knights, you're like, hey, damn, this game is even worse than that. So now everybody's remembering how good Gotham Knights actually was. Same thing with Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins is actually a good game.
It is. It was just made by a different studio, and people just gave a shit because it wasn't made by Rocksteady.
Exactly, and I was one of them. I remember when I saw it, I'm like, wait, it's not made for Rocksteady because I wanted a sequel. And then I'm like, why does Batman look different? It's not the same voices. And then I played it. I played it first on the PS3. And the fucking PS3 was glitchy as fuck that game. I remember inside GCPD, there was a part you got to go to inside the elevator to meet Gordon. I could not get inside the elevator. I looked on YouTube. I went on Twitter, like, what's going on? The game was just broken. I could not finish the game. Years later, I bought the game on the 360 for playing on the Xbox One via backwards compatibility, and it was perfect. And I'm like, this is a fucking good Batman. By the way, the only way you can play that game is buying the physical. You can't get it digital. It's delisted, unfortunately. Ozzy, Arkham Origins trillion times better than Gotham Knights. I'd say the story is better, but the combat in Arkham Knight is better than Origins. That's what I say. Anyway.
I'm gonna give Gotham Knights a chance. I haven't yet, but I will give. I'm gonna give it a chance. I just haven't yet, and I should. Because I need to. I'm one of those people. I gotta judge it for myself before.
Yes.
I know what everybody's saying. I need to, but I have to physically play it myself.
I get it.
And if it's dog shit, then dog shit is dog shit.
Let's see, Straggly Rock. Gotham Knights was okay, good, but not Arkham Knight. But I think Gotham Knights is not. See, it's not in the same universe. That's true, but that's also my problem. Like, you had a great universe going on down there. Why do you have to change? Now you made this story.
Wow.
I mean, because it worked.
My
Perfect.
issue is,
if you think about it, the ending of Arkham Knight, like Batman is apparently dead, then follow up with the family. No, you switch everything. And the whole thing with the Court of Owls. Look, I love that fucking comic book. It's one of my favorite stories. Fucking shit. I got it right here. Where is it? Oh, this is Hush. Court of Owls. I love this thing. I really love fucking thing. And I thought it was going to be much better in the game. And the Court of Owls was kind of an afterthought. Because you put the fucking whatever the Ra's al Ghul League of Assassins. Why? Why is it even in there? It was fine the way it was, but no, you had to change it up. But anyway,
Why my whole thing with Rocksteady? Why didn't they keep them on a Batman game? Why? What was? I mean, they didn't even do the good people. They should, if they're gonna do Suicide Squad, they should have did the second movie, not the first. They did when we went to the first movie. They should have Peacemaker in there and everything. At least it would have been a little bit darker. So I did not understand. And how long they were working on that game for like 6-7 years, wasn't it?
it's almost 9 years since Gotham. Since Arkham Knight, 9 years.
And what? And everybody want to buy that studio? What the fuck have they been doing?
Because everybody, well, look, I was one of them. Like, if you buy WB, you get maybe the Batman license, you get Mortal Kombat, you get the Lord of the Rings license, you get Mad Max license. You would have even got Harry Potter, the whole Hogwarts Legacy, if you think about it.
Oh, besides NetherRealm, the Crown and Jewel should have been Rocksteady, but it seemed like they were coming out with one game a decade.
Crown Jewel is NetherRealm Studios. That's the Crown Jewel. And if you tell me like which one you would choose, ABK or WB, I'll say we get Mortal Kombat, but that's just me thinking as a fan. Economically, ABK is ABK. Just with Candy Crush, that's what, 3 billion each quarter or some shit. That's a lot of money.
It's crazy.
As a fanboy, I wouldn't want something else, but as a company, nah, straight up ABK. That's the best choice.
My pie in the sky would have been Rockstar. Well, the Take Two, you had about Take Two to get Rockstar, but because if you was to get Grand Theft Auto, you win. A checkmate. Sony can't do anything. You talking about Call of Duty's checkmate? You think they would cry over? It's crying over Call of Duty. What would they do if you had fucking GTA?
I can bet you this. All these troubles we're having with the CMA, EU, and FTC would have happened at all because there's not many studios in there. It's just one big game and 2K basketball.
Yeah,
but it's not the amount of, because I think Call of Duty and ABK actually does more money than 2K. I think
they do.
So they do. I don't think it would have been that big of a deal with all these regulators at all. It would have been gone real quick.
Because 2K, the basketball game, and they about to come out with a football game too, but the basketball game would have still been multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
I
would have leave that multiplayer, even WWE, because 2K has WWE, right?
Yeah, WWE. That would have been. They got Mafia.
True.
What else do they have? What else did 2K have? BioShock. But shit, when the last time Ken Levine and that BioShock put out a game? They didn't even put out a game last generation.
The studio closed. Irrational Games closed.
Well, they gave Ken Levine his own studio again. Irrational closed, but he's still there with a studio. Is doing
that game like something of Jericho, which is exactly BioShock. And then they were making like a remake or something of BioShock, but I haven't heard anything from that yet. Maurice, the XCOM. Yes, they have XCOM. That's true.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good game. And they just had Midnight Suns, which is a good game.
What was that?
They just had Midnight Suns, which is a good game.
True. I haven't played it.
I played a little bit of it.
Pull me back. But a lot of people are like, it's a dope game. So
yeah, I started it, then Wulong came out, and I had to put it down.
I have this shitty schedule right now. Like, it's basically I wake up early in the morning, go to work, and come back a little bit late. It sucks because I don't have time for nothing. Just come home, do a little bit, and go back to bed, and go back to work. I hate the schedule. Always loved the schedule that I was like entering at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and coming out late because in the morning I had shit to do, and. But this schedule doesn't give me time to play at all. I'm always tired. I'm watching podcasts, and now I'm doing podcasting, so I have to find time to do this. I don't know where I'm going to find time to play any of these games. I haven't played Midnight Sun. I haven't finished Wulong. I barely finished Resident Evil 4 because I had to, because I love that game. Jedi Survivor, I haven't pre-ordered. I have to finish that game. Diablo's going to come out. I haven't finished Diablo 2 because I'm still playing it, and I love Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is fucking great. And that's plus this spring sale they had. I bought like 6 games. You think I'm gonna play any of those? Hell no. I just bought them because I don't know why I do that. Don't you?
I held myself back because I myself back.
I buy games.
Yeah, I held myself back. I used to do that, but since I wake up 2:30 in the morning, I get up, get dressed, go to the gym, then I go to work. Then I get off 6 o'clock, come home on the weekdays. Most of the time, I don't even play the game. I don't play. I don't really turn on probably like Friday. I mean, Friday night. So then with the kids, so I be running back and forth. I'm surprised that I beat Wulong. I haven't rolled credits on a game in a while, so I was surprised I even beat it. But Starfield, I don't think I'm ever gonna beat it. To be totally honest. I mean, as big as it is, I don't think I'm gonna beat it. I will play the shot of it.
You think I'm gonna finish Diablo 4? I don't think I'm gonna finish that game.
And I enjoyed the beta of Diablo 4. I've never played a Diablo game before that beta.
I had the code, but I was working. And when I came home, I was in a fucking line that I never got into the game. I couldn't get in. The queue of the game was too long. I was like 173, it was like something crazy hours. I'm like, I'm never gonna get into this game. Went to bed, went to work, came back. I never got in. But because I love Diablo 2, even though I haven't finished it, I know this game is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. But anyway,
hey, it
again,
helped me.
Ray, this is not the first podcast. This is another test that I'm doing. I don't have topics. I don't even have the original intro. Now, let's make it short. It's late. Not much to talk about, just about Redfall. Last thoughts about the whole thing. What you think? Xbox gonna do fine? It's overreacted. E3, we're gonna be good on E3. What's going on?
I need these grown ass men stop being on their period every single time news come out. No matter if it's good or bad, I need them to stop. This is not that big of a deal. It's disappointing, yes, but it's not that big a deal. Xbox is fine. Xbox is in the best place that it has probably ever been in. Even in the 360 era, it's probably in the best place it ever been in. Xbox is fine. We're just fine. We're good over here. So that's how I kind of feel about it.
Bump in the road. That's it.
Yeah, somebody to shut their mouth. Stop putting out tweets. Run it through. I bet you if they would have ran that by Aaron Greenberg, he was like, "Nah, don't say that right now."
Probably.
You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen if you put that out there, right? But I think ZeniMax kind of do his own thing.
I actually think they knew, so that's why they put it out. Like, fuck it. Let everything fall where they may. Things fall. And move on. And I'm gonna be honest, I overreacted a little bit. I said delay this shit, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, if they said it, they tweeted out, they knew internally. They knew. I bet Microsoft heads know, and everything's according to plan. I think they're fine. Us, we're a little bit crazy. That's the problem.
I think that game's gonna be a high 80s. I think it's gonna be a high 80s.
I mean, when has Arcane ever disappointed on score?
They haven't.
Even Deathloop. I didn't understand Deathloop, and that shit was nominated for Game of the Year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think this game is gonna be fine.
Both Dishonor, Prey, they're gonna be super fine.
They're gonna be fine. All right. I agree. We're gonna be fine. Is E3 is gonna be fire, Ray? Is it gonna be fire?
What E3? What E3?
Oh yeah, it's right. It's not an E3. Shit. What is it? Summer Game Show, whatever it is.
I think we with Summer Game Show, we have to see some of the games we've seen 2 years ago. We got to see at least a couple of them. Might not see all of them. I don't think we're gonna see State of Decay
No.
because all we got was a CG.
Okay. What are
I
the
would love to see Fable.
What are the games that we must see? What are those?
You must see Fable.
Yes.
Fable will be the one. I think you will. I was gonna say Perfect Dark, but they showed that at the Achilles. I think that's Achilles, Jeff Achilles at the end of the year type deal.
Okay.
You have to show what what's that studio? The one who did the first Elder Scroll. What's the name of them?
Obsidian? Far Q said about
no.
In Exile.
Yeah, in Exile. Yeah, they've been working on something for 4 years.
They say it's something big though. They're saying. By the way, have you seen Exile's Twitter account?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Their logo. It just says entertainment. It doesn't say nothing else. If you look at their logo, it changed. So I think they're gonna tease something really soon. Let me show it. Let me see if I can find it and share on the screen. What else, Ray? What else? What else we need to see?
What else studios we got right? COD has to be there. I said it. COD needs. I don't care about the deal. I don't care about the contract. Call of Duty needs to be there. I don't care if you just put up a picture. Put something put up Black Ops 7 or whatever number they on. But if me personally, I don't think Forza gonna be out, so you gotta actually show some gameplay of Forza. You gotta show Fable. What studios we're missing? Oh, Hellblade. Hellblade got to be there.
Toolman 55, Indiana Jones and Contraband. I don't know about Contraband. But Indiana
Contraband
Jones
was show too. Contraband, we seen a trailer, not a trailer, but a teaser for it some years ago. They need to show it. It's time. You don't have to come.
Honestly, we don't know.
It don't have to come. I think Jazz actually leaked the freaking plot to it like a couple years ago.
You did? What is it?
It's supposed to be like a heist game, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, like what's that game? Like Payday.
You drive around your van. Yeah, you drive around with your van and stuff like that. It's like your HQ and all that other stuff. So.
All right. Me, I gotta see Hellblade. It's enough. We gotta see that game. Fable. Enough with the teasing that the game looks amazing. We know 3-Bit actually was working on that game. He says, yeah, it's beautiful. So I need to see Fable, Hellblade. I need to see Perfect Dark. I think you have Crystal Dynamics there. You have to have something. It's been how many years? How long? You have to have something. Enough.
Show enough when to show the box.
You have to show. That's the thing. You have a whole bunch of games now, and that's amazing to me. Like you have a whole bunch.
What is it doing?
You can't even remember all of them, and now you're gonna have ABK.
Yeah, I was trying to think of, but what is it doing? They haven't shown anything since Doom. We're supposed to be getting another Wolfenstein. When is that coming out? That's Machine Game.
Indiana Jones. I don't know.
I think they have 2 teams. I think they have 2 teams.
Coalition. We know we're doing Gear 6. But are they ready?
I didn't even think about it.
I was gonna try to.
And don't
Long live the Black Mamba. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna try to do like TTS, or I bring somebody from the chat, or just leave it open. And if you want to talk shit, come in. But I like this interaction with the chat though. It's like to me, there's 6 people watching me. I always ask myself why. So my way of showing respect to you guys and appreciation that you're here talking with me, just watching me, let's interact with the chat because it's fun. We're the community. Bring inside. That's what I'm gonna do. Like TTS, bring him in. It's just fun, bro. It's just fun. And like today, fucking Chris Hart came out of nowhere. I don't know how that happened. I still don't know how he followed me, and I'm a nobody right now. I only have 7 people here, and believe me, to me, 7 people is a lot. I'm not TTS and I'm not Dirt, but I'm grateful. Ray. He even Ray likes to throw smack at me, but I appreciate a lot of Ray because he keeps me on check. He even like, you piece of shit, stop crying on Twitter. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. You know what? Don't Bethesda have 2 studios that we don't know about? Roundhouse, I think.
I think
and Roundhouse, right?
Alpha Dog was doing the Mighty Doom game, I think. The one that just came out on cell phones. They just purchased another one which I don't know what they're doing. And I think there's another studio that we have no clue what they're doing.
It's a Roundhouse is their other studio, and they did Prey. I think they were the team from Prey back in the day.
I don't know what they're doing. There's a whole bunch of shit I don't know what they're doing, and that's the thing. Everybody's like, Xbox has nothing, dude. We don't know what they're doing. They had Hi-Fi Rush under a fucking vault, and nobody knew that game existed, and it came out of nowhere. 2-man, thank God. What's going on, 2-man?
You get another.
Hey, what's up? You hear me?
You're a little bit low. Shaggy Raw, yeah, they have a roadmap, but we're still anxious to know what they have. 2-man, are you there? I can't hear him.
He said something. He got quiet though. But
hop out, hop back in. Like we can't hear you though. It's like you're whispering or some shit. Are you hiding? What you doing, bro? I'm gonna put the link again on the chat if anybody wants to jump in.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't though. A bit low.
I can hear him. He's low, but I can hear him.
Quark, you're like, I hear 2-man, but he's real quiet.
Hey, 2-man got gangster one day. He told somebody that he was gonna rip about a whole goddamn Toyota Corolla. I was like, goddamn.
Oh, you're giving it away right there.
There he is. There he is. You know. What's going on, bro? What you doing?
Not much. What are you guys up to? God damn it. This is just like the time before I jumped in TTS and it's fucking echoing real bad. What the fuck is going on?
If you mute whatever you got going on, mute the stream.
I'm
gonna put the fan off. Let's see if I can hear him.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
There.
I can't hear him though. Now I can hear him.
Now you can?
Now, yeah, there you go. Keep talking.
Yeah, I had to mute YouTube. That's why. That's what's fucking echoing. Okay. Now I just can't watch it. Yeah, I hear y'all. I agree. The people complaining about Redfall and all this stuff. I didn't even get on Twitter when all this shit started yesterday. I'm just like, dear God. I don't even give a fuck. I don't even care. It's like a lot of people said, if you want to play the game at 30 frames and you want to play it day one, download it and play it. If you want to buy it, buy it. If you want to wait till 60 frames, I can wait till 60 frames. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's good. I mean, if it doesn't bother you, it's fine. I mean, look, even though I'm disappointed, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna download the game, which I already have the pre-download already, and just play it. That's it. Look,
my question: why would you switch?
What do you mean?
Why would you give up on Xbox now? You were right there. You were in the beginning of the games after games after games. Why give up now when you didn't give up 2 years? You didn't give up last year when we had nothing, or 2 years ago when we was in desert town.
If I didn't quit on Xbox when that fucking white boy was dancing on screen and Usher was around.
Oh,
Why
that's so
would I
funny.
fucking quit now? Like,
Oh
that
man,
was the moment to quit. That was the moment
I'm
like, fuck this shit. Like,
I'm
this,
not gonna lie. I was such a bot. That did not bother me. I don't. I'm like, yeah, okay. I dance with Dance Central too. I'll do that.
Nigga, you dig it, fuck it.
I was such a bot. It didn't even matter. I was like, okay, I'm
I ain't
whatever
gonna
you're
lie,
showing me. I'm
like,
eating it.
time, I was digging it. I actually like, yeah, I like this. But then it went too far left. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? It went too far left.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
if we didn't quit back in 2017 or even before that, now that we know they're buying ABK, that they have Bethesda, that we have a roadmap, you're gonna quit because a game is just delaying a little bit your 60 frames per second. That's kind of stupid. That is stupid. And and
It's definitely simply.
and it's like, no, what are we doing? Yes, I understand. We're consumers. We should expect better, but at the same time, it's like I already have all this money invested in this shit. What am I gonna do? Pawn it? Sell it? Give it away with a whole hundreds of games I already have bought in that motherfucker? No, it's ridiculous. But I'll tell you this, because of fucking ponies, I have no interest in buying a PlayStation 5 at all. I don't give a fuck if it's the best shit on earth. Because of your
I
fucking fan base, I
own.
ain't buying that motherfucker. I'd rather go to my cousin's house, which he has one, play the games over there and come back. But I don't want to own that motherfucker. I ain't giving it a dime. I ain't giving a Sony
I
a dime.
we
Period.
own one. We own one. My sister found it on the deal, and but it's at her house. And I couldn't tell you the last time we played it. I think I played it when it first came out with Spider Man, because I used to love the Spider Man games from Activision.
Mm-hmm.
But people gonna hate me. Spider Man is mid. That game was mid. Miles Morales was mid as shit.
I don't. I don't care for
It's
Spider.
mid.
I've never have
It
cared for
was
Spider.
mid.
I'm a DC fan.
And
I don't give a fuck about Marvel or well, I like Marvel a little bit, but fuck Spider Man. My brother's watching. I know he's in the chat. He knows I don't give a fuck about Spider Man. He won't let me lie. Fuck Spider Man.
the Dad Simulator. I like the old God of Wars, even though I don't like Jaffe. But I like the old God of Wars. I like Dante Inferno also.
I still
These
believe the
new,
God of War 3 and 2 are better than God of War 2018 and Ragnarok.
I would think I'm gonna say God of War Ascension is better than God, at least the
Never
newest
had a
God of
chance to
War.
finish that game. I played a little bit, but never had a chance to finish it. But God of War 3, next to Ragnarok and 2018, oof, that shit is a masterpiece. I don't give a fuck. Next to those games, fuck it. I don't like them. It's
Yeah,
it's too
so
it's too I don't know, it's not Kratos to me, man. I don't know who that is. It's a depressing old man.
it's somebody who lost his wife. He just depressed.
Like he lost his wife again. Like, come on, man. You already been through
She
this.
obviously
You know how the game works.
she obviously don't want to be with you. You keep losing, just like Princess Peach. Because I
Yo,
mean,
y'all see the movie? Y'all saw Mario?
not yet. I haven't seen it yet.
You too, man. Did you see it? Can't hear
Two
nothing.
men. There
Okay,
you
I'm
go.
gonna sleep. Look, I'm not gonna tell you the truth, man. I saw Mario and I was grinning the whole time, man. I was just laughing. It's like, yeah, I'm an Xbox dude. But my first console is an NES. My first game I ever played was Mario. Like my first console with a game was Mario, and I played Mario World, all these games, and I watched that movie, and it was just grinning. Everybody was like, "Yeah, it's a good
My
movie.
first game
Not
was
the best
Duck
movie,
Hunt.
but it's a good movie, man." As a gamer, I recommend it. Watch the movie. It's fun.
New,
Watch it with your kids. Your
Nintendo,
kids are gonna love it,
they are, but Nintendo. Let's be real. Nintendo's sitting on a gold mine of movies.
oh,
All they gotta do is start popping them out.
dude.
They really Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Kirby, all of them. Just it writes itself.
I think Nintendo's looking at this right now. Like, we can make a whole bunch of money now because Mario is like 500 million already in a week, 10 days. That's for sure is going to be $1 billion easy. I hope so, though. And I'm expecting a second one, but everybody's now is asking themselves if they're going to make a Zelda game, if they're going to make a Link game, a movie, sorry. And I'm like, I don't want Illumination to do it. I want somebody else to get that license for Zelda. Because why do I want Nintendo to succeed in movies? Because they can prove to everybody that video game movies can be done right. And if you show Hollywood that you can do it right, then the floodgates open. Then you can have. What problem is?
The problem was with Nintendo. They also showed you that they can do it wrong.
Yeah.
If you ever,
I love that 1993 movie. It's terrible, but I love it though.
Why?
Because it's terrible. It's one of those movies for me that it's so bad it's good. Like Street Fighter, the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I love that movie.
That's great. Fuck, I see Dirt in the chat.
I just love that movie.
Yeah, I heard Dirt slandering that movie the other day. That movie's great, Dirt. You're wrong.
To me, it's a comedic masterpiece. That shit is hilarious. You watch that movie as a comedy movie, you'll be fine.
And that's when Jean-Claude Van Damme was on his highest of cokes. He was on so much cocaine at that time.
Apparently, he did like $100,000 in cocaine a day, some shit like that.
yeah, but I don't know how you like the Mario movie because Goombas was like 8 feet tall.
Hey, Dirt, get the fuck out of here with fuck Bob Hopkins. Yo, he's an Oscar winner. How dare you, darkness? Fuck Zelda. I kind of agree, but Zelda is Zelda.
I only beat one Zelda, and that was Ocarina of Time.
I've beaten what? Ocarina of Time. My favorite one is A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. John, oh come on, man, come on, fuck John Leguizamo.
Oh come on, man, that's disrespectful.
Fuck out of here. And I know you're busy, but just in case if you want to jump in, here's the link. We're just talking shit. We're about to close anyway. It's already within an hour with 6 people or 5. That's great. And this is not the first podcast, by the way. This is still 0.5. I still got to finish the intro and get topics. And
don't we have a Gears movie? Don't we get a Gears movie coming up?
Yeah, Netflix.
And we also get an Elder Scrolls show, I think. Elder Scrolls. Or was that Fallout? No, was that Fallout?
Who's doing Fallout? Is it Showtime or HBO?
Paramount, I want to say.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't remember shit. But I know Fallout's being done.
Was it Amazon? I think was it?
Yeah, it's Fallout. I don't remember who's doing it. Amazon, I think. Yeah, Amazon.
I think Amazon is doing it.
Yeah,
but that should be interesting because Microsoft and Amazon don't even go on.
That's actually funny.
It really is.
Really, they hate each other, but there's a show.
And we're not getting another. I hope people realize we're not getting another Fallout to like what?
Not in 15 years. Honestly, after Starfield, we're getting Elder Scrolls 6, and after that, then we're getting maybe Fallout. I don't know. Ray, I love Howard the Duck the movie. Oh shit, yo, Howard the Duck the movie. Well, that's a bad movie. That is so bad.
I don't know why Dirt put me out there like that. That's not even true.
You like that movie?
No, I don't. No,
okay.
I didn't. No, I didn't. Isn't he like in the Marvel movies? He's like he just showed up in the Marvel movies out of nowhere.
And after credit scene, he was around on Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what movie I like, and not a lot of people remember that movie. I saw it. I remember somebody have like a VHS. You know when people recorded movies from cable, and you had a whole bunch of movies in one cassette. I remember watching the Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren. It was an 80s movie. I liked that movie. And it was a Punisher movie from Marvel. I'm like, this shit is actually good. It was just a violent action movie, but I like that movie, though. And I like the 1993 Super Mario movie. I don't know why, but I did, and I still do. Ray is a 410. I Shrunk the Kids biopic from me.
Okay. See, me and Dirk have a thing that we roast each other all the time.
What's going on, Onyx? I'm gonna add you.
I guess the tables have turned darkness, and I guess it's just time to roast me. It's okay.
People in the chat, I'm adding everybody as an admin right now before the first show because why
I-
not? Now here's the
I'm
thing:
gonna be.
you gotta start sniping because who? Hey, Dirk, guess who appeared out of nowhere? I don't follow Christopher Hart. I don't. That motherfucker appeared on my show. Ask Ray Ray out of nowhere talking shit. How? How did he know I have a podcast now? Ain't that some stalker ex-girlfriend bullshit? Don't you think that's weird? For some reason, I love bad cheesy films in the 80s and the 90s.
Oh man, I love '80s movies. I can watch 80 movies I can watch 80 movies all day. I like. Have you ever seen that movie Cool World? I
Yes, the
guess it was.
animated one with
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt and what's that dude? As a kid, I always knew I wasn't gay. Watching that
Whoa.
shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gay. You know that movie? I was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, that they really they over specialized in that movie. I didn't notice it as a kid because that's when it came when I seen it. But that's one of those movies that it probably won't hold up if you watch it now. But at that time, it was great. That and what's that? What's the movie with the bunny? They also did the same kind of
Who Framed
cartoon.
Roger Rabbit?
There you go.
You're talking
It
about
wasn't.
what's her name? Jessica Rabbit.
Hmm.
It was Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, that's another one that you're like, oh boy, Alfonso Ortiz. By the way, that's my cousin. He's the one who lets me play his PS5 because he knows I ain't paying for that shit. Roger Rabbit was a classic. It's still a classic.
I do miss the brick and mortar stores like Blockbuster and everything that you can actually walk in. I haven't even went to a GameStop in years.
Dude, since
But
I can order shit online, I haven't been to a store like that in a while. Well, today I did actually went today to buy a cable with after I came out of work, but
that's disgusting, Dirt. That is disgusting.
I beat my meat to just. Oh my god, there and with that note, there. How can you see if everything was dark? How do you knew you were grabbing it though?
I pass by GameStop corporate because it's in Texas every day. Every day I go to work, and I still don't know how they still running.
Mm-hmm.
How they up and running?
Hey, there. I bought
It's
Blu-ray a
just
couple months ago and buying. I still buy Blu-ray.
somebody got to sell the physical games, I guess.
Recently, I bought. I think I have it right here. I bought a whole bunch of Blu-rays recently. About Ghostbusters 1 and 2. What else I bought? I bought the Predator collection because I'm like, movies tend to disappear. Like goodbye. You can't find them anywhere. It's not a no fucking streaming service at all. So when it comes to movies, I still buy them. Video games, I'm kind of not that worried. Video games, I'm like Xbox is lease, keeps everything backwards compatible. I still got my 360 up there. I still got the games, so I'm not that worried. But when it comes to movies, I do buy them because and look, Mario movie's gonna come out, and it's number one already on Amazon. I'm buying it because why not? Plus, the fidelity on a 4K Blu-ray disc next to streaming is night and day. I tell you, man, it's really different. So people always remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but what about Cool World? We were talking about Cool World. Cool World. I don't even remember the story of that movie, by the way, but I know she was hot, and I know I was.
I think Brad Pitt was a detective in that movie.
Yes, he was a
If I
detective.
can
I
remember
don't
right.
remember that part. But what he was doing, I don't remember what, and how he got into that world. I just don't remember that. Maybe I should see it after this.
I think he was trying to solve a murder. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Same that I buy movies exclusively on Black Friday. Yeah, they tend to disappear mostly. That's true. Like Black Friday, you buy a lot of movies and it's actually good to buy them. Like there's certain versions of movies that is not the same on Netflix. And when you watch it, you're like, yo, what the fuck happened to this movie? It's like a different version. It's all censored or the jokes are different. And it's not as good as the one you remember on the theatrical version or on the DVD or the Blu-ray you had. So it's like sometimes buying these movies, or if you can pirate them, if I can pirate it, I don't give a fuck. But sometimes these movies, you just have to buy them because you're getting another version that sucks. Like everything is just different. I don't know why they do that though. Like different cuts and shit like that. Just I don't know. But anyway, guys, I think having a movie section in a podcast is not a bad idea. So
It's not if you have seen a lot of movies, and I'm from the VHS area, so we had boxes of the VHSs everywhere.
I don't know, but I remember back in the day, I was still living in the States back then. I remember McDonald's had a promotion that you could get like VHS movies if you buy a combo or some shit like that. I remember getting Angels of the Outfields out of that, Home Alone, Batman Forever, a whole bunch of movies I got from my. And I watched those movies every fucking day. Home Alone itself, I saw that movie every fucking day. And I never got tired of it. Now, it was like when I was a kid, I had that. I had Batman Mask of the Phantasm in VHS also. Watched it almost every day. And I never had a problem. Now I can't do that. Now I can't watch a movie every day. I get bored. But as a kid, you protected that one thing you had. Like, this is mine. I'm not gonna let it go. I didn't have hundreds of games. I had a few games. I even have video games I didn't even know it was mine. Didn't you have that problem? Like, who cassette is this? Who game is this? I don't know. It's in my house. It's mine now. I had a whole bunch of those.
See,
friends, you get shit like you don't even know what was there. That's just hilarious. So
I have seven. Well, it's seven of us all together. So we used to kind of, with hopefully when somebody's birthday come up, they'll get something and we'll figure out how to share and everything. But I mean, to this day, I have two VHSs, and I know one of them is Men in Black, the first one. I don't have a VCR though. I don't have a VCR to watch it.
Shit, that's getting a VCR right now. Is it even possible to buy a VCR right now?
I think my mom
if you
got
look
one.
Hard enough, I think you get one. I remember the contraption I had. I had a TV that did not have the AV cables on, so I had only the little antenna on the back. So I had to put the VHS on top, put the AV cables in the VHS, put the cable on the back to play video games. When I discovered that shit, my whole world changed. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. I had mine similar. You had to turn it on. Yeah, I had to turn mine to channel 3, put the AV cable in the back of the VCR, and had the VCR plugged in the coax, and that's how we had to play games over there. I had a TV at one time that had a knob on it, and you had to turn the knob to actually get it to the right channel.
I had a TV that the whole, the thing, the clicker. I had to do not once, not twice. I had to do click, like a motherfucker until it turned on. And sometimes you missed. You turn it on, it turned on, and then it turned. You went back and you turned it off by mistake because this fucking thing was broken. But I did click, and turned on. The struggles we had as a kid just to play fucking video games and do anything. I remember once opening an old TV just to see if I can fix it, and I touched something. I was barefooted on the floor. I touched something. I got electrocuted like a motherfucker. And for some reason, the screen came on. It didn't came on with color, but the TV came on, and we played on that TV. It was like, as a kid, we figured some shit out just to play.
See, people don't realize how big. Like my granddad had a TV. It was huge, and it had a record player on top of it. Like it was, and it had these big old speakers connected to it, but you couldn't move that son of a bitch. That bitch was like 400 pounds. You could not move that bitch. And I don't even know if the record player worked. Like it's vinyl, so. And they just, my kids, they got it easy. They got tablets, and they don't have to do too much to get shit to play. They got the cloud, so these days, It's way more accessible to play something.
It's like blowing on cassettes. If I do like, if we look at what we
Dirt
had
from the time from Betamax.
and we had fun though. Let's be honest, we had fucking fun. Even though we only played a few games back then, until we got turned adults, and we could buy whatever we wanted. But back then, I remember on my Nintendo 64, it had 2 games: Killer Instinct. What was the other one? Shit, what was the other game? I don't remember. Out of 2 games, I ended up like with 15 to 20 games. Just swapping and games just appearing in my house. Don't ask me how I got GoldenEye. I had it. Don't ask me how I got Mario Kart. I had it. Don't ask me how I played all those fucking games. I had it. Don't ask me how I ended up playing Dreamcast. My cousin was there. Look, the one is in the chat. I'm gonna motherfucker had a PlayStation hacked. Everything was pirated. Everything. Motherfucker had a whole bunch of games. We played that motherfucker. It was pirated. I don't give a fuck. We had fun. Anyway, Ray.
I remember one year. We played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one that was on NES.
Which one?
Or Sega? It was
the one with the water.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I hated that one.
We played that. Oh, it was on the Genesis. There you go. We played it. We played it over and over and over and over and over again, like for a whole year. It was on replay at the house. I don't think we ever beat it, but we played the shit out of that game.
So we managed. Anyway, for our cue, what we said? Okay, called it. Ray, Tool Man. Again, this is a test podcast. Tuesday is going to be the real first podcast. Hopefully, I got everything worked out. Topics, maybe around the same time is going to end up like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Obviously, I got to get my rhythm. I still got to get clips and, eventually find my identity in the podcast world. My mission is just to have fun with you guys and be entertaining as much as I can. Ray, thank you for being here. Tool Man, I couldn't hear you though, but at least you're here. Everybody in the chat, 8 people watching me. To me, that's a lot. 8 people. That's a cookout. I'm sorry. It's a cookout, a bunch of beers, and a whole bunch of friends having fun. To me, so I like that. Thanks for being here. How do I close the show? Oh, there you go. Could put a little outro. Tuesdays before RDX. Hopefully, yes, before RDX. Well, maybe
I'm about to ask you.
Still got to figure it out. All right. Because if I go against RDX, believe me, it's going to be me watching myself, chatting to myself, sniping myself. So, so either way, man, everybody, thanks. I'm not asking you to subscribe nor hit the like button. I'm just asking you to, if you have a chance, just watch and comment and do whatever you want. Ray, you're a little sniffing over there. I know you're taking cocaine, whatever. You're a little cold.
That was not me, sir.
Jesus Christ.
That was Tool Man. That was not me.
That was a line. That was a fucking line. RQ, Shaggy Rock, Alfonso. Who else was around? I saw a whole bunch of people. Random Sheep, which is my brother Dirk. Thank you for being here. Black Mamba was here. Tool Man, I didn't hear you. Maurice was here. And I see 9 people now. Jesus Christ, why? Why are you watching me? It's scary. And you motherfucker, Chris Hart.
He's still watching.
Whatever, man. Hey, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday on the official Crack Is Den podcast.
Armed and dangerous, ain't too many can bang with us. Straight up, we no angel dust. Label us notorious. Thug ass niggas that love the bus. It's strange to us, y'all niggas be scrambling, gambling. I'm restaurants with mandolins and violins. We just sitting here trying to win, trying not to sin. High off weed and lots of gin. So much smoke, need oxygen. Steadily counting them Benjamins. Nigga, you should too, if you knew what this game would do to you. Been in this shit since 92. Look at all the bullshit I've been through. So-called beef with you know who.